Hello everyone, welcome to my F1 2019 career mode. Bit late, seeing as it is 2020, but well, I just haven't got around to it because I don't do what I mean to do. But anyway, the good news is that we have pretty much about 22 weeks-ish until the new game comes out. So if we do one video a week, the season 21 races long, then we should time it just so that we are finished just before the new game comes out. So this video is just the F2 season. Just one video, 3 little F2 races here before it goes into the full F1 season.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
That just a quick little race in Spain. Basically, not much happens. I let my teammate pass because I had an engine issue, and my teammate is a nice German guy.
So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas?
Yeah, there we are.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Well, that was a good interview. So moving on to race 2. Yeah, I didn't really want to do the F2
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel
video,
racing
really.
with his championship
But
rival, desperate to
just
shut
wanted to
them
get on with
down
the
and
F1 season.
stop
But I
them
realised it's kind of
getting
necessary
past.
because you do an F2 season with these two characters.
And there's contact.
Devon Butler,
Simply left them nowhere
the bad
to go.
guy,
There was just no
and your
way for
teammate
them
Lucas
to
Webber, and
avoid
they
that.
follow you into F1
Not
in
sure
the
if that
F1
was
season.
down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
So I just thought I'd do this little video just to introduce them two, basically. Otherwise it's just a bit weird that they just replace
You're still in this race.
2 real-life F1 drivers in the game.
You can still beat him.
And you'd be a bit like, who the hell are these guys? But I didn't want to make it too long either, because if you've watched the career modes before, you've probably seen, like if you watched any other YouTubers' career modes, you'll have seen this little F2 preface to the career mode. And you don't actually do a full race till the end, which is the next one. There's 3 little challenges.
There's 3 places ahead of you, right?
The first one in Spain, which didn't really show there, and this is the next one in Austria. And again, not a lot happened
Well done. Good
in this
finish.
race.
You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good
Devon
job.
Butler crashed into me, broke my front wing,
So, Davide, what did you
and
make
then
of
made
that?
up 1 place.
It was a bit of a roller coaster.
So not much to
Devon.
show.
Devon, stop!
Not now, I'm busy.
Here's the 2 guys I was talking about.
What are you doing out there? Seriously,
I'm gonna celebrate my excellent drive.
we saw what you did. It was reckless. You should have been black flagged.
Yeah, and I wasn't because it was my line. You were in my space. You shouldn't have been. Next time, stay out of my way.
No actions out there are too dangerous.
Listen, contact happens.
You don't get it. It's not me you should be apologizing to.
So cheers, Lucas, sticking up for me.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. Joining me for one last time here this year is Davide Valsecchi. Davide, I'm glad you're here because I think I'm going to need help processing all this. Surely this is as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's the perfect finale. 2 drivers, rivals of season, now going into the final race, tied on points. Both way out in front at the top of the standings. Meaning whichever of these 2 drivers cross the line first will be crowned champion. I can't wait.
So yeah, this is meant to be the last race of the season here.
Okay, this is it. Last race of the season. All you have to do is finish in the points ahead of Devon, and the next time we see each other, you'll be the F2 World Champion.
So I'm just checking in the race director here where Devon is on the grid, because I just have to finish ahead of him. There he is, he's 4th place. I'm starting 8th. It's a 6-lap race, I believe. It's nice to do a little race because the other two you just chucked in the middle and end of a race. So here we go. 5 red lights and not a great start. Still kind of getting used to the F2 car. It's a bit more difficult to drive than the F1 cars. Not as fast, obviously, but you know, not as easy to control either. So here we go, going for a dive up the inside. We spin us around and we decide to restart the race. Otherwise, we won't finish ahead of Devon. But this is going to be the final one. We're not going to restart after this, whether we finish ahead of him or not. But seeing as it was right at the start there, just thought I'd give myself another go. So as I say, still getting used to how the F2 car drives. It's more difficult to control than the F1 car. We're going to take it a bit more cautious this time. Try not to make any reckless moves. We can see Devon Butler up ahead of George Russell, who we're trying to overtake now. And we do get it done. So our rival, Devon Butler, who we're fighting for the championship, is right ahead of us now. And as I said, we've got 6 laps, so we don't need to try anything rash. He's not pressuring to in front of him too much, really. So we're going to take our time, wait for a good opportunity, and then try and stroke it home to the finish line and win the championship, even though we don't really deserve it and we haven't done a full season. But that's it, no DRS yet. We're only on lap 2, but we so much later on the brakes than Devon that we go down his inside on the way into the chicane and we got ahead of him already. So only on lap 2, so all we need to do now is just coast home, really. Make sure he doesn't get us back at all. Oh, going for a bit of a crazy dive on our teammate there, Lucas Webber, but it doesn't come off. He comes back at us, and we don't really need to be doing things like that, to be honest. And he goes slowly into the first corner. We spin, and Butler's directly behind us, crashes into us, and somehow we haven't been overtaken, so we're still in 5th. We're still in the position we need to be to win the championship. And it was a miracle that no cars overtook us then, but hang on to the place. And we're going to have to try not to be as rash or do anything crazy.
Devon sat in P8.
So we just bring it home and win. The trouble is, I think, I was kind of faster than the cars in front, so it's difficult to just sit behind when your pace is actually faster. So kind of going for moves even though I don't need to, just because they're kind of holding me up. That's probably and
We have to replace that.
we bin it into the wall. 5-second penalty. This just
Okay, we have a notice from race
causing
control.
crashes everywhere.
Fault for that collision and have handed us a 5-second
I'm pretty sure
timeout.
Devon must have passed us.
Currently in 6th
I didn't
place,
see amongst all the
P6.
carnage. Front wing is gone. There's non-existent. There's no front wing now. As you can see, total understeer just going off at the first corner. Cars passing us left, right, and centre. And it looks like we will not win this championship. But we're still in it. There's no point pitting for a front wing. We're just going to lose crazy amounts of time. So we're going to see how the car handles without a front wing. And I can tell you, it wasn't actually as bad as you might think. Well, I say that. as we slam into the back of a car because our braking is kind of affected. But what I mean by that is another penalty there. It doesn't handle as bad as an F1 car does without a front wing, because the F1 car is going a lot faster, and
Devon sat in P8.
so you know you have much more downforce. You rely on that much more. But with the F2 car, I really didn't. I found that I could still drive and keep up with my competitors. Still fight them. Couldn't have to lift off. Had to lift off into that corner there because that would normally be flat, but again, not enough downforce. But we're still challenging, and we're not going to come back to get Devon wherever he is.
Sat in P8.
Yeah, P8, and we're on the last lap here. But let's see if we can make up a place. We get past Kari, there it is, but yeah, the braking is still affected though. It just affects the balance of the car. But somehow we made up a place there in 13th. That's probably going to be it. Just stroking the car home through this final sector. And it will be 13th and no championship sadly this time, 14th even. Oh, and we have the penalties as well, so it's not going to be 14th. 18th.
There were questions at the start of the season as to whether they could really go all the way.
And there's my
There's
rival.
no question anymore. What a special year it's been.
Devon Butler.
The new
Trashing his car, much like I did in the race. But in celebration. Well done to him.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it.
Shall we?
Well, you went into this final race with the championship in your grasp. How are you feeling about being so close but missing? Wow, that was a thrilling end to the season. But I imagine not the result you were hoping for.
Not really. They're all talking about the sprint race yesterday. Yeah, I didn't have a great race today, but apparently I had a good sprint race yesterday, even though I didn't do.
Wow, we've been hearing rumours
sorry,
of
feature race.
possible future
I didn't
for
do
you
the
in
feature
Formula
race.
One. Care to comment?
Yes. I won in.
Appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Devon, much as it hurts, we admit that was a great drive today. Congratulations. On the championship as well.
Well, I'm sure you thought you had me for a while, but I guess your luck just didn't hold out. Oh, I haven't got long. Could I have a quick word?
Sure.
Privately.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later then.
So, I'm sure you've probably already heard, but if you haven't, I'm going to be racing in the F1 Championship next year. Now, I don't know what your plans are, but let me give you some friendly advice. Don't try following me. Well, sure. You might get an offer from one of the smaller teams, probably someone desperate, and then you'll be stuck in P18 all season with car trouble. And you won't ever really be able to challenge me. But you stick it out here for another year, now that I'm gone, you've got a fighting chance of winning next year. And if you can manage that, I'm sure one of the larger teams would love to have you as a development driver.
Hey Devon,
Oh.
Oh, look out for yourself, yeah?
Yeah, well, you know. So here we go, skip forward. This is what it's all really been about. Choosing our F1 team and getting our F1 career started. Gone to see our agent, Emma, I believe her name is.
Welcome. Come on in. Time we had the big conversation about your next move. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics.
So we can choose any team we want, basically. But I was looking at the Red Bull family, either going to pick Toro Rosso or Red Bull, but I decided to go with Red Bull, seeing as we only really have time to do kind of one season before the new game comes out.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you.
So that's it. We are going to partner Max Verstappen for one full season.
Hey, you're here. I'll catch up with you.
And there's our new boss, Christian Horner.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
blank
just
me.
on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us.
Next episode, Australian Grand
Get
Prix.
yourself settled, and then head
Thanks
out
for
to
watching,
practice when you're
and
ready.
join me
I'll
for that
catch up
one.
with you later, okay?